Good morning, everyone out there in the recruiting world. My name is Carl Taylor. I'm with Midwest Athletics. And today we're going to do 10 questions with a recruit. And we're with 2021 DB Matt Soderdahl of Center Grove High School, which is near Indianapolis, Indiana, actually in Greenwood, Indiana. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing well, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing very well. So I see you have a GPA of 3.63 and a SAT of 1420. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
That is awesome. You are definitely a coach's dream. Coaches love when student athletes are doing well in the classroom as well on the SAT score. So I was glad that you got that out of the way. Some students are still struggling with being able to take the exams because the fact is that it got taken away from them because of the pandemic that we're in right now. But glad you got that off and done so that way coaches know where you stand. So how is e-learning and online learning going for you today down in your high school?
It's going really well. So what our school's done is we only do 3 days a week. We do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this is our last week, actually. So we're almost done. And everything's been going really well. This semester, if it stays on track like it's looking like it is, it's going to be my highest GPA semester yet. So
that's
I'm really
awesome.
excited about that.
That's awesome. So have you been able to work out at all at the house? They stay in shape, or just been studying, learning, watching film?
I've been doing it all.
Okay.
I have a bench rack and a squat rack in my basement, so I've been able to work out there a ton. I have a variety of dumbbells. So I've really been able to work in the weight room. And I have certain friends that I've been hanging out with to do speed workouts with. So I've been getting it all done.
Awesome. Well, I know you run a 4.540, which is what we saw in film. Liked your film well. You're a very good, aggressive DB, as I stated before in a tweet when I actually watched your film. So it's good to know. So what I like to do is ask 10 questions of a recruit, basically to kind of get college coaches to know who you are. This is something that we like to know, like the type of person you are and the type of athlete they may be interested in recruiting. So the first questions I'm going to ask you is, you go to Center Grove High School down in Greenwood, Indiana. What are some of the notable schools that you play against? I know you guys went to the state championship last year. You're in the 6A division, I believe. So it is a tough conference. So tell me a little bit about some of those schools and what makes Greenwood's or your city or your high school, Center Grove, special.
Yeah, so like you said, we play in the 6A division, which is the highest division in Indiana, and we play in the best conference, the MIC conference. We have a lot of deep playoff runs in our conference. The MIC conference has had 9 straight state titles in a row. That just shows how good our conference is and how tough the competition is. Some recognizable schools are Ben Davis, Carmel, and Warren. They're often ranked in Max Prep's top 100 year to year, as well as us.
Wow.
Center Grove has been rated the second most dominant team in Indiana in the last decade. So that's a big props to our school.
That's pretty impressive. I think we talked previously how Center Grove has gone to the state title a couple of times in the last 5 years and done pretty well. And now they're ranked very high as a school. So that shows the type of talent that's coming out of school. What's been your favorite game so far in your high school career?
Yeah, so it's actually the shirt I'm wearing, our Ben Davis game. We won 17-10. It was the semi-state game last year. We started very bad. They hit a streak right between our safeties that went about 70 yards to the house on the first play of the game.
Oh, wow.
So we started down 7-0. But then we went to the sideline and our defensive coaches fixed it for us. And we went back out there and held them to a field goal in the third quarter. And that was all they scored. And our offense just finished it from there. So that was a really fun game to be a part of.
Nice. Those games are memorable. I think a lot of student athletes have games that they remember, either a rivalry game or a game that puts them over the edge to go to the state title. Those are games that you'll never forget. And hopefully, you try to get back to those games too, and know that playing a tough competition like a Ben Davis is absolutely one of the top schools, just like your school. And so it's a rewarding when that 2 great schools like that can battle out and then you guys can come on top for once. So that's great. So you are a DB. Seem like that's your specialty. What type of defense does your team run? What makes it special for you? How does this defensive scheme help you?
Okay, so we run a 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 4 DBs.
Yeah.
I play boundary corner, so I'm usually locked up one-on-one a lot of times with team's best receivers, which has really helped my coverage skills and my man skills, which is a really good thing. We usually play a base cover 2, but we mix in man and other zones as well for our scheme. And doing that has really helped me learn where to keep my eyes and where to be on the field. Running a zone coverage is our main coverage. Really helps me get to be in the right place at the right time, and I've really just learned how to do that well against other teams and really good receivers.
That's awesome. I did see that in film where you had to make sure that you looked at multiple receivers from the slot to the outside receiver, make sure that if that outside receiver came on out, you were able to break up on the ball, or the outside receiver went deep, that you would stay deep with the guy, make sure that the safety went on. And so that was pretty impressive to see that how your eyes and head would move based on where the ball and the quarterback was going. So I did like that ability yourself. What makes your high school special, playing in that scheme, playing for the team? We talked about you guys being ranked and going to the state title. What makes it special for playing for your high school?
Firstly, I would definitely say the community. Just the community backing us. There's always thousands of people at our games. Last year, we averaged between 3,000 and 4,000 people at home games. And our stadium holds a max capacity of 6,000. So we just have a lot of people in the community coming to back us. Home and away games, oftentimes we have more fans than people at their stadiums, which is really cool. Second is definitely our coaches. Our coaches are very, very smart, and they know what they're doing. Some of them have coached college or played college, and they really care about us. Like, I've talked a bunch with my position coach, Coach Harbin, just to do some drills during this break to get better. And last is definitely the players. The people that I play with are definitely self-motivated, and they grind all the time.
Awesome. So, knowing that you have a great community and aspirations and great high school, what do you think about studying in college when you get to that next level?
So I'm thinking business or physics. I'm not quite sure which route I want to go yet. With business, I would really want to focus on entrepreneurship. My dad started a business about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's really taken off.
Awesome.
And he loves it, and he enjoys it a lot. And I've helped him out some with some of his business, and I really enjoy it. So I kind of want to do that. And I also really enjoy physics. I'm taking that class this year, and I'm taking AP Physics next year. And I just really love the challenge of problem solving, because that's like how my brain works. I'm a big problem solver. So I just really enjoy that class a lot.
That's beautiful. I mean, the business aspirations are great, especially when your dad being an entrepreneur. You never know when you may have to take over the family business at some point and be able to do your own. So that's great. When I look at kids today on Twitter and meet them and meet their parents, it seems like every kid has some type of mantra, some type of thing that drives them. What is your favorite mantra? What is your mantra that explains who you are and drives you?
Gotcha. One that I really, really like is our high school's main theme, and it's been through our school system since I moved here in 4th grade. It's hard work times dedication equals success. And what that means is first comes the hard work. If you're not willing to work hard at things and you're not willing to put in the effort, then you're not going to be successful. And with that hard work, you have to bring dedication to, because if you're not dedicated to your craft, then you're not going to be successful as well. So that's been ingrained in me and my teammates around me since 4th, 5th, 6th grade. And I just really enjoy that, because our team is one of the most hardworking in the state. So that's why we're so successful.
Awesome. That's a pretty good theme to have as well. I love that. Who's been the biggest influence in your life so far?
I would definitely say both my parents. They both are very good leaders and very strong leaders. My dad is definitely a super hard worker with his business and with other things. And I really just look up to him in that. And my mom is a very good spiritual leader and leads me in other ways as well.
That's awesome. So as we wrap this up, you know, what should college coaches know about you? What should they know as we answered all these questions about yourself? What would you like to leave them with and understand who you are as a player?
Yeah, I'm really hardworking and self-motivated. Over this quarantine, I put on 7 to 8 pounds of muscle because I saw that as an opportunity to get better. Because I felt like if I was able to be stronger and faster, that would really help me through my senior year in college as well. I'm also high integrity. I'm going to do the right thing when nobody's watching, kind of like I'm doing during this quarantine. Even though we're not doing workouts as a team together, I'm still willing to put in the effort and the work to get better. I'm competitive and I'm coachable. Like you said, my academics are high as well. I have a 3.63 GPA and a 14.20 SAT. And I've talked a lot to my coaches about what I can to do, like what I can do to improve, and what my strengths are. And my position coach gave me a list of my strengths. He said my strengths are my attitude, my toughness, my coachability, my passion for football, my strength, my integrity, my physicality, my tackling, my agility, and my work ethic, which I really was appreciative of that for him, like coming up with a list of my strengths just to push out to the next level.
That's awesome. Well, Matt, I really appreciate your time. I hope that you are able to get back on the field sometime this summer and show your talent at some camps this summer. But if you don't, I'm sure coaches will be looking at you, through your film, through your senior year of high school that's coming up. But if we don't talk again, good luck in your recruiting process and have a great day.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.